kupuj gry na g2.com. Link znajdziesz w opisie. Cześć, witajcie, z tej strony Husiek, witajcie w kolejnym odcinku Alan Wake 2. Słuchajcie, musimy porozmawiać z Casey'em i poszukać wskazówek tutaj, bo ten chłop, który był na sekcji, po prostu znikł. Wstał i znikł. Dobra.
There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward. Right before things got crazy,
Sheriff zniknął.
just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery. The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe.
Takie trochę z Archiwum Mix teraz, nie?
Goal. Their purpose.
Dobra. Szukajmy wskazówek.
One of the pages on the floor.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
Okay, fajnie, mamy ten... Co mamy w radiu? Okay, fajno. Czy mamy tu jeszcze jakieś wskazówki? Mamy iść zaraz do tablicy. Chyba trzeba iść do tablicy. Dobra. Sprawy. Mamy dwie tutaj. Dobra, zobaczmy sobie tą. Kult drzewa. Gdzie by to można było przypiąć kult drzewa do kultu drzewa? Okej, rytuał sekty na czym polega? Na pewno na obcinach, czy na tekstach umieszczonych na ciałach, czyli tatuaże. Kto należy? Pójdzie? To będą do zachowania sekty, ale też nie pójdzie.
Think, Saga.
Do czego byśmy mogli to podpiąć? Cel kultu? Okej. Czasami widzę, że nie zawsze łapie, jeżeli się najedzie. Dlaczego mi tutaj... Bym powiedział, że to bardziej Nightgate był jedyną ofiarą. No ten, no to bym przypiął do...
Nope.
Też nie. Tutaj? Bez sensu. Rytuał sekty na czym polega i mamy... Kto należy. No dobra, mamy tu jeszcze...
The cult of the
Mordy.
tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
Okej.
A dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future. There's no rational explanation. This is the case we must solve.
Okej. Tutaj mamy z tekstu na stronie wynika, że Nightingale wrócił do Caldon Lake i jest opętanym. Okej, kolita. Bełkot, okej. Czyli mamy kult drzewa, mordę nad Cardon i siedaniówka. Siedaniówki. Aha, dobra, to jest to. No dobra. Tutaj mamy... No dobra, to już widzieliśmy. O nie, to jest nowa
The
kartka.
autopsy room was a mess, like a bomb had gone off. Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her under the light, lurched past her. The Taken could not see into bright light. The light hurt them, hurt the darkness in them, made them vulnerable. I flick the switch, it goes click. Show me the clicker, lights are off, but somebody's home. Hemingway brought you here, witch. Get out of my house, Nightingale shouted. A wave of terror crashed through Saga's head. The awful truth. Nightingale had no heart in his chest, but here he was, killing a monster. The world had lurched out of balance. You found yourself trapped on the far side of the mirror.
Okej.
The page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake.
No właśnie, on tam mógł iść w sumie.
We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
Okej, to musimy go wytropić.
We heard gunshots. You all okay? Did you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible. We'll do what we can, man. That's crazy, right, Thornton?
Nie wyglądają jakoś specjalnie na
How could he do anything?
przestraszonych. No dobra.
They're a fine pair.
Oh dear, I am a tourist, and it appears that I'm lost in the woods.
Jak
If only had a tour guide.
jakiś
also.
drwal.
Oh no, a bear.
Chcę sobie dobrze popatrzeć, czy jest coś.
Help.
Dostał jakieś medykamenty.
Wow, Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours. Unforgettable tour experience. At a portable
To jest lekarstwo, leki przeciwbólowe przywracają od razu niewielką ilość zdrowia. Okej, fajno.
My client has been held here long enough. Are you gonna let me speak to them or not?
Many times
Just
we
a
have to
moment
do
now.
this, Walter.
Someone will be right with you.
I want
my
out!
wits end with you.
Something bad's going down. I can feel it. Let me out!
Ale tu się nic takiego nie dzieje.
Do you think I like throwing you in jail every other
W
day?
łazience. W łazience powinna być
I don't.
apteczka, ale też jest...
You're causing me? What's all
Wiemy, że ktoś z was kradnie papier toaletowy. To jakieś problemy srania codziennego.
It's not opening.
Shit. Czy tu jakiś klucz do tego? No jednak to coś było. Specjalnego. Mamy mapę tego. O, finki, a nie pączki. To takie niepodobne do amerykanckich. Pierdzieliłaś tutaj. Dobra. Możemy...
Nightingale and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, Casey?
A smart choice, Anderson. Yeah, Agent Casey here. Yeah. We need backup. The Bright Falls case? Whoever you can spare. ASAP. Think we'll actually find Nightingale?
Zagubiony w
The
czasoprzestrzeni.
pages haven't been wrong yet.
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree. But it's our best lead.
Czyli co, jedziemy nad jezioro chyba z powrotem. No to wychodzi, mamy wytrop Nightgaila nad Cauldron Lake. Nie pozostaje nam nic innego, jak tam po prostu wrócić.
Rinse and repeat. Clock out, get a beer. Or maybe 3.
No to jedziemy.
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Ha. The same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders.
Wiecie, że nasz partner będzie też zamieszany w jakimś stopniu.
Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story.
Okej. Rozdział tak jakby drugi.
The page says Nightingale's in something called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed.
Coś mamy nowego? Pod telewizornią. A, to jest to. Czyli mogę to obejrzeć. No i radio. Dobra.
Where is Nightingale hiding? Where is the overlap? The writer of these pages knows what will happen. Because they're behind this, or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here. A world operating on different rules. I need to understand this strange logic. To see the clues. To solve the case.
Co my tu mamy ogólnie? Wytrop Nightgaila, podążę śladami i rozdziel się w miejscu zbrodni. Okej, w porządeczku. Zawsze jak zeskakuje, to jest taka
I've been thinking more about the cult of the tree. What sort of cult refers to themselves as a cult?
In my experience, they don't.
We're not seeing the full picture yet.
A to kto? Co tutaj dłubią?
Hey, hello there. How are you folks doing?
Those restricted area signs don't do
Hello.
a damn thing.
Saga Anderson. Are you two supposed to be here?
I'm Ilmo Koskela. Fantastic to meet you. And yes, Stephen here hired me to show him through the woods. He's in town on important government business. fixing this impressive piece of hardware.
I work for the FBC, ma'am. I'm authorized to
Idiota.
be here.
And I bet you two are here about that murder. Nasty stuff. How's it going?
How did you hear about the murder, Ilmo? Do you know anything that could help us?
People tend to tell me things. The Koskela brothers are kind of a household name around here. Speaking of, if you're looking for some fun, stop by Watery. Just down the road from Bright Falls, there's our Coffee World amusement park. There's sauna ja vihta. And we offer a variety of guided tours, hunting,
Nie wiem,
fishing, hiking,
Finlandczyk, Norweg, Szwed?
name it, we probably got it.
What is this thing?
It's just a monitoring station, ma'am. The Federal Bureau of Control checks volcanic activity and air toxicity levels. No need to worry, though. It's mostly for research purposes.
That's one gorgeous weather saga. Looks Nordic. I bet a family member made it.
My mother made this sweater for me. How do you know?
I knew it. My mom used to knit those sweaters for me and my brother. Watery, my hometown, was founded by Finnish immigrants.
A, fińscy.
So between your name and the sweater, I figured your family might be from Finland too. Suomi, Finland. Pulla, Karjalan piirakka.
Close. My mom's family is from Sweden originally. I don't know much about them beyond that. The sweater is just something to remember her by. Stephen, we're investigating a murder that occurred nearby. What can you tell me about your bureau?
Nothing that isn't classified, I'm afraid. But I don't know anything about a murder. Operations here are run by a different department. I'm just here to make some repairs. The wiring on this thing frays every couple months.
Yep, that's the raccoons. They grow real big here with teeth like you wouldn't believe. Can nor run through a garbage can.
That's all I've got for the moment.
Dobra, nic się nie dowiedzieliśmy, tylko o tym, że są tutaj wielkie bobry. Mało pomocne.
A lot of things about this case keep bothering me. But one thing feels really off. Breaker's disappearance. I don't get
No.
why Nightingale was responsible.
He was about to give you more.
Ciekawe, gdzie właśnie zniknął. Gdzie on się podział?
Something
Co go wessało?
or was protecting him from Nightingale? Spontaneous combustion? I don't know. Not the kind of disappearance we normally solve.
Ale coraz ciemniej się tu robi.
Our crime scene drowning. I never minded rain. Feels like home.
No sign of Nightingale. But the page did place him at Cauldron Lake, in an overlap. So how do we follow him there?
Maybe something around here will tell us.
We've seen this symbol before.
Good eye.
No.
After we find Nightingale, what then? I've never arrested a monster.
I've watched you arrest plenty of monsters, Anderson.
You know what I mean. Monsters. Light worked against him at the morgue. That might be the only way to stop him from hurting anyone else. Monsters? Overlaps? Rituals? What do you make of all of this?
The killers are usually the ones performing the ritual, not the detective. Acting out their sick fantasy. They may be trying to get you involved, forcing you into their twisted world.
But with dead men coming alive, the word ritual starts to have more weight behind it. We need to look around. Learn what this ritual is.
No to akurat dobre posunięcie, żeby się dowiedzieć, czym ten rytuał jest.
Bare feet. Nightingale. I'll see where these footprints lead. Can you comb through the crime scene one more time, KC? Just in case?
On it. If anything comes up, I'll radio you.
Okej. I mamy tak, tutaj coś nowego. Okej, nie było wcześniej tych śladów, więc na pewno się pojawił. I mamy kult drzewa. Mamy ten... Zachowanie sekty.
Nope.
Nope. Symbole sekty, sorry.
Huh.
Dobra. Bazgrowe raczej nie. Czekaj, profilowania nic żadnego nie mamy, nie? Nie. Myślałem, że może będziemy mogli profilować tego... Ej, te ślady w ogóle jakieś takie robią, widzicie? Tak jakby parowały. Idą cały czas tędy. Wydaje mi się, że oni się nie powinni rozdzielać, ale dobra. Teraz są tutaj ślady. Powoli.
Tracks lead into the water. Where'd he go from here?
Gdzie to woda? Ja pierdzielę.
I can feel something. A presence. Nightingale isn't far. I know Nightingale is somewhere around Cauldron Lake.
The tree was a threshold. This place and the dark place. You're in over your head. Next stop, Caldera Street Station.
The threshold. Like a doorway. Leading to Nightingale. It's somehow connected to a tree.
To może ta szczelina w tym drzewie. Może tu? Yep. Co to jest? Opatrunek. Oj, to się źle. To się już źle ten neguje. To jest o tym, o tej całej wiedźmie. Tu się coś dzieje.
What is that? Seems like it's reacting to the light. These aren't the same tracks that were here before. They're headed into the tree, not out of it.
Możesz włączyć wzmocnienie latarki z scroll, aby żeby dodać smokowi większe wrażenia.
My flashlight burned the dark stuff away.
Okej.
It was covering another page.
The fuse was in place. Saga stepped into the witch's hut. Inside, a bright light. There were objects that stood out to Saga, as if the light had manifested them.
The witch's hut. Okay. I trust the pages to lead me to the overlap.
Ślady. Mamy.
These witches ladle the doorway into the overlap. If so,
Mi się wydaje, to drzewo będzie jakimś portalem albo czymś.
light is the key. To stay safe. But for something more to be revealed as well.
Znajdź witch hunt, uruchom światła, witch hunt i znajdź w pobliżu bezpiecznik.
I need to find the witch's hut.
A kurde, nie wiem, tutaj baterie są potrzebne, ja pierdzielę. Może to będzie ten domek na tym. Jest, witch's hut, dokładnie, to jest ten domek na tym wzgórku. Dobra, słuchajcie, ale tam do tego domku na wzgórku pójdziemy w przyszłym odcinku. I cóż, dzięki dzisiaj za uwagę, do zobaczenia, do usłyszenia, trzymajcie się, na razie, no i hej hej.